Testing.
As I said, my task is very, very simple and a very pleasant one, and that is to, first of all, welcome all of you, the press, and Team Bahamas, our athletes. You are the best that we have to offer as we prepare to compete in the Baja Amazing World Relays, IAAF BTC second edition World Relays. And so I know that you're all ready to go to practice, and so I'm going to take this pleasant task now to introduce the team to the press and to the public at large, and the minister, following which the minister will bring his remarks and also give you his official charge. Our team is led by, obviously, our senior man, Chris Fireman Brown, senior man from the male side, and also from the female side, Christine Amatil. And then we have a mixture of veterans and our young ones. And up front, we have Crystal Bodie. We have one of our young Carifta athletes that has made the senior team, Brianne Bethel. Of course, we also have another junior athlete that has made the senior team, Shaquania Dorset, and another junior athlete from Carifta, Miss Bianca Farrington. No, sorry, Freeman. Sorry, Miss Freeman. My bad, Freeman. Miss Freeman. Behind her is Rialne Robinson. Then we have Lenise Clark. We have Blake Bartlett. Then we have Miss Farrington. We have Alfred Higgs. I mentioned Christine Amatil already. Andretti Bain, Mr. Denico Brown, Mr. Shane Jones, Mr. Ramon Miller, Michael Matthew, another junior athlete, Javon Martin, and of course I introduced Chris Brown. Then we have Demetrius Pinder, and up front we have Miss Anthony Strawn, and we have Miss Katrina Seymour, Miss Shanae Miller, Tyler Carter. Correct? I got all that. The team is headed by Coach Rupert Gardner, and his support staff is Mr. Fritz Grant and Coach Miller, Sean Miller, and the administrators and coordinators, assistant manager, Miss Kim Hanna, and former athlete, Mr. Nate the Great McKinney. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Bahamas. Our expectation is as high as it can be. We will be competing in the men and women's 4x1, 4x2, and the 4x4 100 meters. We are looking forward to good expectations and performances from our athletes, and we stand ready as Team Bahamas from the administrative and the government and the fans side to support the efforts of our young people. And so again, it is my pleasure to be able to introduce the team officially to the media and to the country at large. And now I'll turn it over to Minister Johnson, who will bring his remarks.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. You all feeling it? You all feeling it? You're glad to be back home? Yeah. If you don't have fun this weekend, you'll just stick around for next weekend. But you got to be more fit for next weekend than you are for this weekend. I just want to say two quick things. The first part is that when this all began, you all got to keep giving kudos to Pauline Davis Thompson, who really was the person who went out there after this idea. It wasn't a government idea, that government or this government. It was an athlete who was very interested, sitting at the table, and said that the Bahamas could host a world-class athletics event. And initially, you all know what people always do when we say stuff like that? They laugh at us. You know, I went to school in 3 different countries in Europe, and I said that I could graft diabetic nerves. They said, a little black boy from Bahamas, you got to be joking. They laughed at us. And so we said that we would host this event, and we got the first one. And people were very surprised. We bid against Kuwait, you know, the Saudis, the Americans, people who have 100 times our little budgets that we have in the Bahamas. And we won. This is the mystery of this thing. We won. And we didn't just get it once, because after the first one last year, everyone was like, wow. I don't know if you all know that song about the Bahamas. Once is not enough. Twice, you ain't see all the wee stuff. I won't try to sing, but you all understand what we're saying. We are bidding to see if we could make the Bahamas the home of the IAAF World Relays. And we're doing it because of you all. One of you went and really made the first charge for this thing, right? So y'all are just not here as athletes performing. This is something that you own. It's something that we want to have in the Bahamas for many, many years to come. And so we want to congratulate everyone for the ethos. We know the work you do. We know that everyone is extremely, extremely anxious to get the game on. But there's one more part, and I talked about it last week, and it is about Team Bahamas. I gave your coaches this morning a book that I just wrote called Who Are We? You know, who are we? This little stream with a group of islands off in the Atlantic Ocean by itself that achieves great things. We have more Rhodes Scholars per capita than any other country in the world. Okay, we have more medals at the World Championship and an Olympic level per capita than any other country in the world. We have more poet laureates per capita than any other country in the world. We have more boxing champions than any other country in the world. This is what we are, this small group of people capable of doing great things. But when you examine it and you look at how did we do the thing, we hardly ever do it alone. We're a small group of people, and I tell you, our success is never alone. Our greatest successes are when we do things as a team. And that's just not for you guys, that is for people in the academic world, in the engineering world, in the fishing world, in the sailing world. You know, the great Sir Derwin Knowles, didn't he? People always talk about him. Was he in that boat? No. And on several occasions, it wasn't just one other person. He needed 3, 4 people to really make sure that boat could sail. You're never going to win alone. And so us as a country, we stand by all the achievements of young people. You as the individuals who will be performing this weekend, you're not going to be out there alone either. You will have every single living person, potcake, bird, fish in this country pulling for you and running with you. And if you look at our success in athletics and in other arenas, the most medals we have is in what? Well, relays. Yeah, I mean, that tells you something about what we do as a country. And the great motto of the Johns Hopkins University, when you get there in Baltimore, they're having all this trouble now, is you see above their icon is TEAM in capital letters. You know what it means? Together, everybody achieves more. And that's really the story of the Bahamas. No joke. That is our story. That together, everybody achieves more. And so when we talk about Team Bahamas, it is not just the athletes on the field. It is from people reach the airport. It is the taxi drivers. It is that our streets should be absolutely spotless and clean. It is the people serving food, making beds. It is every single person, the lights, the water, the beaches. Every single thing that makes up this country is a part of that team. And every single person in this country is a part of this team. And so for you all are team leaders. You all symbolize what we are as a country. And we just want you to know, God bless you. We love you. And you're going to need earplugs on the weekend. They'll be pulling for you. Congratulations.